What's up, you guys? Thomas back with another LinScents video. And man, today is a very beautiful day here in Wisconsin, pushing about 60, and it's one day away from my birthday, 38 years and counting. Hopefully I'll be counting even more after this. But I just want to say thank you guys. I appreciate the support. If you've gotten a hold of me through social media, through YouTube, if you've ever sent like a nice, nice message or anything like that, some kind words, encouraging words, just want to let you guys know I appreciate it. And with that being said, today's video is pretty much me paying homage to pretty much anyone who is in the review game, okay? Now, I pretty much have watched everybody, but this is pretty much I'm gonna say my top 3 favorite reviewers. Now, I watch a lot of reviewers, and after you kind of get into the game, you kind of forget to continue watching them because you're kind of busy making your own videos and responding to reviewers and stuff like that. So you kind of get caught up in pretty much your own hype that you kind of almost forget those that have paved the way. And with that being said, honestly, I like a lot of people. LinScents, you got Big Beard B, I love him. Northern Sense, you got that guy. There's so many people that I really enjoy, but my top 3, if I had to pick 3 of my favorite reviewers, and these are kind of the guys who kind of inspired me to get into the game, and I'll tell you kind of why, and then we'll go from there. But first up, AC. Now, I kind of forgot what the hell the name of his channel is, but that's the guy that goes, fellas. Dude, there's just something about that fellas that when he says that, it just kind of gets you hyped for the video. And he's so elegantly spoken. Whenever you hear this guy speak about fragrances, it really draws your attention to it because, again, he's so elegantly spoken. He's pretty much clean. He's clear with his words and everything like that. And man, that guy is awesome. So AC, I'm not sure. He probably has not viewed a single video of mine, but if you guys know him, let him know that he is definitely one of my favorite reviewers. Number 2 is Joy Amin. Welcome, good people, to Bangladesh. Man, I like that guy, man. It's the one thing that drew me into him, especially because, and I don't know how he lives, I don't know his living situation and whatnot, but when I first started my review journey, pretty much, if you will, if you've ever seen the pictures of my collection, you see that it's pretty much just on a dresser. There's no fancy cologne cabinets or no fancy decorated room just for fragrances, no shrine or anything like that. And the thing is that he did it so well. He doesn't use the, when you look at his videos, they're not all this editing and all this stuff, all this extra stuff going on. He's just so straightforward with it. And he just seems like the regular old Joe, man. If you ever met him, like, in Bangladesh, you can just go up there and start yapping with him about fragrances, man, and doesn't seem like he would, turn an eye no matter what you said you got on. If you told him that you had a couple sprays of Adidas on, he probably wouldn't bat an eye. He seems just like a genuine guy. And he's always just, especially when he gets happy about a fragrance, there's just something about his personality that kind of drew me into him. So, Joy Amin, AC, and now my last but not least is, and now this one might kind of surprise people because people either love him or hate him, or I guess there's some in-between people, but me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I actually like Jeremy Fragrance, and I'll tell you why. he's pretty much the top dog of fragrances, okay? So he's that one guy that if you did start getting into this game, that's the guy who you want to follow after, okay? He's pretty much the GOAT of fragrances, okay? I mean, there's some other guys, Steve LinScents and stuff like that. Again, you got Big Beard B and stuff like that, LinScents Ash, you got all these other guys. But to me, Jeremy Fragrance is the top guy. He is the top dog that everyone should be like. And the thing with him is that he kind of comes off super cocky and super arrogant. But then again, he still talks about cheap fragrances. He still does lists of cheap fragrances. He doesn't seem like a guy who bats an eye when you got to talk about cheap fragrances. He seems like he's actually okay with it. And you would think a guy like that who's probably, you know, making around millions of dollars, you know, he's got all the fame, all the YouTube fame, and I'm pretty sure there's plenty of fragrance makers that want to do business with him, give him their stuff and all that. I'm pretty sure he can get anything that he wants for free, but he's still recommending cheap fragrances and stuff like that, doing the cheapy videos for us cheap people, especially me. I'm dirt cheap as hell. But man, Jeremy Fragrance, that is the GOAT of fragrances, the greatest of all time. There's no flanker to that guy. He is the original. He's the one that everyone is trying to copy. But yeah, Jeremy Fragrance, Joy, Amin, and AC. Those are my 3 favorite fragrance reviewers. Now, obviously, everyone, again, man, it's kind of sad we lost Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I think we kind of lost him. I believe that was 2021 or late 2020. But man, he was a good guy as well. Definitely got to give a shout out to LinScents. He's awesome as well. There's just so many fragrance reviewers out there, and honestly, if you are a new fragrance reviewer or you're old, man, I just want to say thank you guys. I mean, without you guys, we probably wouldn't know a lot about some of these fragrances. Honestly, there's a lot of cheapies that I probably wouldn't even thought about grabbing unless it was from Joy Amin's recommendation or even Jeremy Fragrance. So with that being said, again, today's video is pretty much just paying homage to those that are doing it, who have done it for a while, or who are getting into the game. Maybe they were thinking about doing it, but again, man, especially if you are thinking about jumping into it, you got a passion for fragrance, and you kind of want to unleash that passion on this YouTube platform, I suggest just go out there and do it. Be yourself. If you are lucky enough to know how to do all the editing and stuff like that, make the videos pop, whatever you do, do it right, man, and don't be afraid of failure, okay? Like I said, it's only failure if you don't try, okay? If you tried your hardest and it just didn't work, just consider that a little bump in the road. But obviously, there are roads that got speed bumps, and those bumps are just kind of reminders that you got to slow down. But then once after you get past that speed bump, you can pick back up the speed and start going forward and up higher again, okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, hit the likes, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Yeah!